some people would recommend doing 2 sessions a day, like early, especially in the ISO phase. They'll do 1 session, 6 hours later, do another session. Do you think there's benefit there, or do you think that's just overkill? Squeeze it all into 1 session?
Yeah, I think if you're doing leg extension with 10 pounds, for example, 2-a-days. Hit 2-a-days. But if you're not really that down regulated, because I kind of look at ISOs for the brain thing, that your brain and your brain's protecting the joint. So the muscle is just, it's soup. It's not doing anything. And you want to get rid of that brain deficit. And you doing ISOs is a way to tell your brain, hey, it's safe to load this joint again. And if it's really shut down, 2-a-day, they even say like 3-a-day, maybe 4-a-day in research. I'm not like that, because I address other things. I'm addressing the quad. I'm addressing like the calf, the hamstring, doing a longer ISO, like a 3-minute ISO lunge, to kind of like address the endurance side. So I'm doing other things, because I don't want to just be like, if you did 4-a-day sessions, all you're doing leg extension ISO, and that's going to shut down, get rid of the brain deficit. But now think, if you've been doing that for 2 weeks, everything else isn't doing anything. Yeah. Everything else is gone. So like addressing everything, the session's kind of long. So that's why I'm like, if they do a 2-a-day, I'm like, do the full session, address everything in 1 session, and then that second session, just hit a quad ISO.
That's what has worked the best for me. If I go 2 sessions, like 6 hours apart, and the first session, I'll just do my ISO, and then the second session, I'll do my full session, and that's where I'll do like a slow heavy. So that's where I'd throw in my squat or something like that. That's typically worked the best for me. But for me, it's also like staying active throughout the day has helped me a lot. Like I just call it movement snacks. Like every hour you stand up and you're just kind of doing something. It's not really exercise, but you're just active. I just feel like humans are supposed to be active throughout the day instead of being sitting and then like, okay, go hard for 1 hour. I think that really messes us up. Yeah. And I think that I go back to like look at kangaroos and we can't compare ourselves to animals, but look at kangaroos just jumping, and they just do it throughout the day. They don't go super hard for a short period of time and then rest, and they have very healthy tendons.
Yeah. There's always so many factors with an animal. And one of them is, I think, circadian, that animals in the wild will not get circadian disruption. Like they sleep and they wake and they're good. For us, we get disrupted all the time. I guess we might exercise at different times, eat at different times, and then the brain one with the blue lights and everything. So like it's just all messed up. So like our resilience might be a little bit worse than animals. I don't know. But the thing with moving all day is it's always a tendon pain, tendinopathy. It's a cell thing. You have very little cells in there, but it's always a cell response. And the cells really only respond to pull, like a linear pull. So getting pulled on each end, that's what a tendon's supposed to do. There is some compression when it mashes against like the bones, like the calcaneus gets smashed against the, which could kind of be a counter to like deep stretching, because deep stretching can kind of mash. And I'm like, I don't know if that's a bad thing, because some people enjoy it, but now you're making your tendon be good at compressing, which is more like a cartilage, like a meniscus type quality. So you might get different types of collagen in there. You want like mainly type 1 collagen that's good at that linear pull. So like a lot of the tendons are that linear pull. And if you do a 1 hour session a day, you're pulling on the tendon for 1 hour and then you're chilling for 23. Yeah. And I think it's probably meant to be pulled, and not pulled like extremely, but pulled a little bit, and the cells feel that little pull. And that's got to be great. There was a study on putting a boot on, and collagen synthesis within your tendon would like decrease 80% or something after like 2 to 3 weeks, a crazy amount. And it's just getting a little bit of pull on your tendon, and for whatever it is, 12 hours a day, if you're just moving around like with your patellar tendon, if you're just walking up and down stairs, just doing things like household chores, you're getting a pull on your tendon. Yep. Same thing with Achilles. It's just, you should also be rehabbing so you get that more extreme pull on the tendon, because you're walking and doing household chores ain't getting you ready to dunk a basketball. No, right. But it's just good. It's just common sense. It's just healthy for you.
It is. I don't know how accurate this story is, but somebody was telling me that they know somebody who hangs out with LeBron, and he basically does movement snacks. He has a clock set for every hour. No matter where he's at, he stands up. He'll be at a restaurant. He'll stand up and go to the back. He carries his med ball with him and like goes through a little movement circuit like every single hour. It's not like intense exercise that would require a recovery period. You just stay moving. And I think especially age 30 to 40, if you sit, you really you get glued. Like you got to stay moving. So I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I've been trying to do that, and anecdotally, it's been helping me as well. Just stay moving throughout the day.